Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. So we're live again tonight with the P1 boys and their Super Formula Series. So we are live for round 4 for that one. It is live from Monza, and as you can see on screen there, it's a 5-minute qualifier followed by a 31-minute race. Bop is on, that's the balance of power. Tyre wear is ×5, fuel rate is ×3. They do have to take 2 mandatory pit stops, but it does say there any 2 compounds can be used, and no overtake boost on lap 1. So these cars have got an overtake function like a DRS almost, but you're not allowed to use it in lap 1. It's just a little bit too tight, a little bit too chaotic. Cars very close together, and it does usually cause a little bit of chaos. So that's what we've got set up for you guys tonight. Let's have a look at points then, running into round 4. It is HKRT Kevin on top spot with 60 points. We've got Dylan in second with 56 points. Faithless Emo in third with 45 points. Fourth is Mocking Weeks with 36 points. Fifth is Manos with 25 points. Joint fifth in fact with Manny. Obi-Wan in seventh with 23 points. We have Atramores in 8th with 18 points. 9th for Skippy with 16 points. 10th for Dazzler with 13 points. 11th for It's Hoggy. I don't think It's Hoggy's racing tonight with 12 points. We've got Dizzy and Maida Solani joint 13th with 11 points, and Mart unfortunately with just 5 points. He's had the wrong car and stuff, so he's not gained many points this season. Stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com, if you want any of those. Right, let's get ourselves in. Let's turn that on. I should have put the flyer in this bit, shouldn't I? Should we see if we can do that quickly, shall we? Before qualifying starts. Boom. Ah, hold on, people. Hold on. I've just got to get rid of it from that one. Make it smaller. Shove it in here. It's coming, peeps. It's coming. Hold on. Oosh. There we go. Boom. There we are. Both streams up and running. Let me turn that off as well, actually. So, no, not that. Stop it. That. Off. There we go. Off. There we go. So let's have a look to see who's in the room then tonight. We have got Dylan, Faithless, Obi-Wan, Mart, Manos, Kevin, Manny, Atramores. We've got Mockin, Skippy and Pilgrim. Yeah, no, It's Hoggy tonight. No Dazzler either yet. We'll see. Still got maybe a couple of minutes before qualifying kicks off. We may see 1 or 2 other drivers. Let me just make myself a little bit bigger as well. How about that on the portrait? Yeah, that'll do. So 5-minute qualifying just round the corner. Doesn't look, let's just have a look here. Random weather. I lied last week and said it probably won't be rain, and then would you believe it, rain turned up. So don't listen to anything I say. See if there's anything bonkers on there. No, traction control, no limit. Poor. Should be off. Should be off, I think. So I think qualifying is going to kick off at 5 past, or pretty much now. So we just wait for that to get underway and we'll start seeing those lap times come in. So they've left the chicane in. You can drive this course with or without the chicane. They've left the chicane in for this week. Again, that's literally the first corner, the chicane. Can we get somebody? Oh, there we go. We might get a good look at this first turn. Unless they start hard on the brakes, then pull it over. Okay, well, it would have been turn 1. Just up there, you can see the 150 board just running its way down there. But no, we're going to see qualifying right about now when the bing bong bling goes. There it is. Don't listen this time, Faithless. Don't listen to Smoker. Faithless Emo driving his race from his perspective. If you want to go and see it from, well, pretty much this angle, maybe that angle. I don't know what he's driving in. Maybe that angle. But yeah, Faithless Emo Racing is streaming his perspective live. So if you want to hear him, let me get my English out, shall I? If you want to hear him screaming, shouting, swearing at people, then go and check out Faithless Emo Racing. Difficult circuit, Monza. It's very, very fast, but you've got to get your braking points right. Manny just staying out of the way, letting a few drivers go through. Okay, this is the big question. Has Mart got himself the right car? Yes, he has. He's been in the wrong car, so he's picked up less points. Kevin, been off track, carried far too much speed through the chicane and ploughed it into the wall by the looks of it. The Wonder from Down Under is in the lobby tonight. Right, we do start to see hot laps coming in then. You see the overtake function in the bottom right of your screen. That's flashing red at the minute, which means Dylan is using that. He only gets that one tank of, that one to gauge. One battery's worth, one tank of, whatever it is, however it works. That's all they get. So if they use that too early, they could end up getting swamped by the end of the race. We'll see. Right, let's not run both streams live, otherwise frame rate goes down. Dylan finds himself with a half a second penalty, so that could be this qualifying lap thrown in the bin. Pilgrim right behind him. There is the man himself, Faithless Emo. If you want to go and hear him swearing when he gets it wrong, go and check out Faithless Emo Racing. I don't know if he's a big swearer or not. He might be. He might be a big swearer. I can't remember if yours are safe for kids or not, Faithless. Mine just on the edge. Especially when politicalness comes in. Right, so we are going to start seeing those hot laps come in then. Dylan. And Parabolica. Stamps that... Oh, he's lost that penalty, so it is actually Pilgrim that's come through to put first hot lap in. He's already been pushed down the order by Faithless and Manny, so it's Manny on pole at the minute with 130.9. There is turn 1 chicane. It's Faithless Emo in second currently. Oh, we've just had HKRT Kevin come through. 129.0. Wow, 2 seconds nearest, damn it, quicker than, well, it was Manny. It's now Mocking Weeks in second, still 1.6 quicker than him. Oh, Pilgrim's got the chicane, second chicane wrong. Manos, the second of the Greek drivers slots himself into second position. International lobby tonight. Mark in third, then Manny now fourth, Faithless fifth, Obi sixth, Atramores seventh, Pilgrim in eighth, Skippy ninth, we've got Dylan 10th, and Mart currently in 11th. He's on an outlap though, so I think he's been in the pits at some point. So can anyone get near Kevin? 1.5 seconds. Oh yes they can. Faithless Emo comes across, gets that gap down to half a second between himself and HKRT Kevin. Let's just get that one running. Stonyhead, hello mate. Stonyhead in the chat. Marking weeks then, so we're over the 5 minutes. That means qualifying is done. Once you cross that finish line now, it is you done or dusted. So it is still Kevin on pole. Faithless Emo still ripping though. Where's the next time in line? Oh, halfway down the Ascari. Let's see. Does it go purple? It's blue. It's not. It's his quickest, but it's not the quickest. He's got this last little sector to go. Don't know whether he's got enough in the tank to make up half a second here, though. Long back straight and parabolica. There's a stomp down to the line, then can he get that half a second? No, he stays second. Mocking Weeks is third, then Manos is fourth. He's got a, oh, he was fourth, but he's got that second penalty, so that's just going to push him down the order. So it's Mocking Weeks fourth, Mart in fifth, Manos with that 1 second penalty gets pushed down to sixth, Pilgrim in seventh. We don't get to see full order then. There we go. Kevin on top spot, Faithless second, Dylan third, Mocking Weeks in fourth, Mart in fifth, Manos sixth, Pilgrim seventh, Manny in eighth, got Skippy ninth, Obi-Wan 10th, and Atramores in 11th. Stay hydrated, people. 21:16 start, so 3 minutes of me trying to think of something to say. But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some vape juice in my vape and do some vaping. Ski and coke. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, no boost on that one, you cheats. Taking my mate out. So yeah, they do have the overtake function, or the DRS, whatever you want to call it. So 31 laps coming up. They do have to take 2 mandatory pit stops. It doesn't matter when, but they do have to put on 2 different compounds. Sorry, it just says any 2 compounds of tyre. Faithless, I'm sure you've put dirty air will be tough here in every race this season so far. It's a Formula 1 car. That's what they do. Is that different compounds? Get that in there quick. Quick, PlayStation. Quick. Hello? Damn it. I know you're not lying. Nor am I. Okay, 2 different compounds have got to be used. All right. Okay. Where's Mark? Let's just make sure he's aware. If you were trying to type something to somebody in a hurry, you'd be screwed, wouldn't you? Full send, says Manny. Full send into turn 1. I don't think that's going to end up very well for you, sir. Okay. Lap race just about ready to start. Plough. 31 laps then coming up here at Monza. Hopefully everyone gets through turn 1 cleanly. Let's have a look then. 31 laps coming up here at Monza. 11 drivers on the grid. Lights go on then. Oh, they held for a little bit of time there. Good start, no jump starts by anyone. Faithless having a little bit of a think about the inside. He's a little bit too far back. Oh, there's absolute chaos. Oh, there's chaos. There's chaos. There's absolute chaos. I don't know who came flying in way too hot then, but somebody did. Oh, Skippy risking it through there. Oh, Mark's risking it around the outside there as well. Tricky first few turns. Oh, Skippy running with damage at the back, so he must have rear-ended somebody. Kevin's managed to get through the chaos. He's on a set of mediums for stint 1. 1.4 seconds lead currently over Manny. He's gone for the soft tyre option for stint 1. Oh, Faithless just getting that turn wrong. Gets overtaken by Dylan. Medium tyre for Dylan. Medium tyre for Faithless. Mocking Weeks in 5th, also on the medium tyre. Obi-Wan medium tyre in 6th. Oh, still glitching around a little bit. 7th for Mart on the medium tyre. Pilgrim in 8th medium tyre. Manos medium tyre 9th. Atramores 10th for the medium tyre. Soft tyre on board for Skippy. Rolling in 11th. 2 seconds down from Atra. Damage repaired now though. Go streaming down the start finish straight. Some decent gaps already. Kevin through turn 1. Manny closed them up a little bit. Again on that slightly faster tyre, Manny, so he will be able to take these corners a little bit quicker. Unfortunately those tyres will wear out rapidly while he chases down Kevin. Dylan the whole time will just close up on the pair of them. Faithless still 4th, Mocking Weeks 5th, Obi 6th, Mart 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Manos 9th, Atramores 10th, there goes Skippy in 11th, starting to haul Atramores back in actually, Skippy. Again on that softer tyre, so it will run a bit quicker than Atramores mediums. Kevin as he goes through the S's. He's got a full second over everybody else at the minute. No overtake function been used for him yet. Into Parabolica. Loses a little bit of that time. That does allow Manny to get a little bit of a slipstream down here. Starting to haul him in. Won't be enough before he hits turn 1. Gap will definitely come down, dragging Dylan along for the ride as well here. massively under braking. Oh, Kevin goes off track a little bit through there. Get down to half a second then. Manny on that faster tyre. Thinks about the move up the inside. He's in a good place to have a go at Kevin here though, if he can get this car around the corners. Through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Into the Ascari. Oh, lights the rears up a little bit. There goes a Dylan. Who else? There goes a Faithless. Loses 2 positions then, Manny, with that little mistake. Grippier tyres not working quite for him at the minute. Mocking Weeks still a little way back. Kevin just eating these laps up. Pulling away again, 1.5 seconds lead. Now Dylan into second. Faithless Emo having a go at him up the inside though into Parabolica. Both drivers run wide through there. A little bit of a jump there for Faithless. Using his overtake function. Keep himself ahead of Dylan. Still 1.2 seconds between him and race leader. Manny has a little look at Dylan there as well up the inside into the chicane. Gets that position off him. Faithless brings that time down between himself and Kevin. Again, both drivers on that medium tyre. A little bit of a slipstream helping out Faithless here. Right on him on the exit. Clouds starting to look a little bit grey. Just going to have to keep my eye on those. The Ascari straight we go again then. Half a second in it still. So let's have a run through then. Lap 4 of 31. It is Kevin still leading. Faithless Emo right up his rear end. But Faithless is blowing through that overtake function. Used over a quarter of a tank of it already. He's got the slipstream on Kevin here. Slips back up the inside just before Parabolica. Oh, not quite able to keep that nose up the inside. Bit of chase on here now. Into first then for Faithless. Will Kevin have a go back into turn 1? Faithless goes defensive. Gets the braking done early, backs Kevin up. Manny now tucked under the rear wing of Kevin. It's a good exit by Faithless as well. Manny trying to get up the inside as well into this next chicane. Has he got him under braking? Come on camera. He has, through into second for Manny. Kevin now third. Dylan fourth. Mocking in 5th, Obi-Wan 6th, Mart in 7th, Manos in 8th. He's actually been hunted a little bit by Skippy in 9th, so Skippy's made his way through the field a little bit. Made up a couple of oh no, Pilgrim lights the rears up coming out of that turn. He's dipped the wheels on that AstroTurf. Spun that thing round, and then lights him up trying to get it going again. That allows Atramores to go through into 10th. Pilgrim gets pushed down to 11th then. Go on, get it. No, get it. Stop it. Calm down. Relax. Relax. Now you can spank it. Faithless Emo then. Doesn't look like he's used too much of that too much more of that overtake function. He has managed to pull a 1.4 second lead over Manny now. Here is Manny in second on those soft tyres. You can start to see, oof, not a good corner from him at all. Through Curva Grande then. Kevin back into third, Dylan fourth. Mocking Weeks now tucked under his rear wing in 5th. Obi-Wan actually closing those boys up as well, just a second behind them. Mart 2.8 seconds down in 7th. He's got clear air behind him though. Manos is another 5.5 seconds behind. Skippy is just a second behind him. Another 5.5 back to Atramores in 10th. And unfortunately Pilgrim struggled to get that thing pointing in a straight line and is now 12 seconds down in 11th. Now can Faithless Emo maintain this lead? He's holding it in the minute from Manny. He loses a 10th through there. Tyre's still looking good though, plenty of fuel on. The soft tyre's not looking too bad either really. Not too bad. Faithless is starting to open that gap up. There is Kevin 3rd, Dylan 4th, Mockin 5th. Very close together. So only 2 drivers opting for that soft tyre for stint 1. It was a Manny and a Skippy. Skippy actually, talking about him, just kicked up some dirt through the chicane. He's actually got himself past Manos into 8th position, so from 11th to 8th. He's got a bit of work now to do to try and close up the gap to Mart in front. 6 seconds. Atra 10th, Pilgrim already in the pits then, taking his first stop. Come on, do what I want you to do, and quickly, damn it. Pilgrim back out on track then, fresh set of racing softs for him to play with. One more stop left for him. Faithless Emo continues to stretch that lead out front. Again, doesn't look like he's used any more of that overtake function. Stays out of the pits. Let's get that on. Lorraine, what? Who's that? Lauren McMillan, evening. I'm looking on my phone because if I have too many streams running on the computer it blows up. So 3.4 seconds lead then. Kevin in 3rd. Mockin Weeks has managed to get his way past Dylan. Mockin 4th now then, Dylan 5th. Obi-Wan drops back a little bit again, 1.8 seconds down in 6th though. He's just waiting for the 3 in front to have a bit of more of a punch up. And as they battle, he can close that gap back up. Hopefully, let's see. There's Mart, 3 seconds in 7th. Another 5 seconds back to Skippy. Manos has found himself with a 1 second penalty here. That's right through there as well. It's going to hurt him down the Ascari. I don't think Atramores will get past him, but he'll be pretty close by the time he loses that penalty. And Pilgrim, after his pit stop, 40 seconds behind Atra. So Manos is going to lose this penalty down this next straight. The 2 little yellow markers. Just there. There is an Atramores carrying good speed, but I think Manos is going to be able to carry the speed and stay in front of Atra. And he does. Faithless Emo stomping it around here at Monza. Nearly 5 seconds over Manny now. They've only had Pilgrim come in the pits to stop. Manny's also pulled a bit of a gap from HKRT Kevin, 2.4 seconds back to him. He's still got a mirror full of Mockin Weeks. He's still got a mirror full of Dylan. Obi-Wan unfortunately is not able to keep with the pace of those 3 in front. Loses a little bit more time. Mockin Weeks. No! Mockin Weeks has got the second chicane all wrong. He's binned it. He's picked up front end damage. Drops from 4th to 7th then. Mark gets through, Obi-Wan gets through, Dylan also gets through. Not able to get back up to speed either, Mockinweek, so he's lost out on the slipstream to Mart in front of him. Unfortunately for him, he has now got a Skippy nipping at his heels, only 1.2 seconds behind him as well, Skippy. Soft tyres starting to look a bit beaten up now though. So Skippy and Manny, the only drivers to have the soft tyre on. Interesting to see when they come in the pits. Not yet, obviously. The drivers on the medium tyres got plenty of life left in those. Although Pilgrim's already been in, dropped the mediums, picked up a set of softs. Unfortunately, he's still 40 seconds behind Atra, not making up any time. This man is, though, nearly 6 seconds out front at the minute. 5.8 currently for Faithless Emo ahead of Manny. He's still holding 2 seconds ahead of Kevin here as well. Dylan's still tucked under Kevin's rear end. It's not the best view, is it? So 2nd, 3rd and 4th on screen. There is Obi in 5th. Manny pulled a little bit more time. No, he didn't. Actually lost a bit of time to Kevin there. Looked like the gap actually opened up, but there you go. Through Parabolica. Oh, just got to watch that curb. Okay. Manny drops himself in the pits then, sort of. I saw him bouncing off a pit wall, so no idea what angle he's coming in the pits at. He's going to get rid of those softs. Probably go for a set of mediums, or is he gone for fresh softs? We'll see. Although it says they're fresh on screen, it doesn't always mean they're fresh. He might flick to mediums in a second. Skippy's also come in, so he's obviously had enough of that soft tyre as well. Let's just see what they get released on. Come on, fill it up with fuel. Ah, yeah, it was a set of mediums he's come out on. Skippy also gets released. He's also out on a set of mediums. Pilgrim we've already seen in the pits. It's a little further down now as well, unfortunately. Faithless getting on very well with this car and this track. Tyres looking good. Still got about 1/3 of a tank of fuel. Parabolica. It does like that curve though. Could be his downfall. It could be. Crosses the line with 9.2 seconds lead over Kevin. Dylan falls a little bit further off the back of him. Obi-Wan still 2.6 seconds behind Dylan. Mart loses a little bit more time there. He's 3.6 behind Obi. Looks like Mockinweeks is actually closing back up to him a little bit. 1.8 seconds behind. Still unable to pick up that toe at the minute. Manos in 7th, down towards turn 1. Atramores in 8th. Aren't they? So Manny out on a fresh set of mediums into turn 1. Skippy following him in, brand new fresh set of mediums as well for him. And there is a Pilgrim at the other end of that straight. 24, nearly 25 seconds down. He's had a couple of spins though, Pilgrim, unfortunately. This is all working for Faithless here. 10.3 seconds lead. Oink, over the curb. Still didn't need to come in for fuel or tyres. Happy to stay out. There's Kevin around Parabolica. Also stays out this lap. Dylan stays out this lap. Obi-Wan stays out. Mart stays out. Week stays out. Again, the medium tyre drivers, plenty of life left in those. Manos stays out. Atra will probably stay out. He does. So Manny on the softs then. 8.7 seconds. Sorry, on the mediums. Fresh set of mediums. Apologies. 8.6 seconds behind Atra, who hasn't stopped yet. Skippy just 2 seconds behind him. Pilgrim unfortunately losing a little bit of time to Skippy, about 1.5 seconds. And his soft tyres starting to wear out now as well. Look at this. Nearly 12 seconds now for Faithless. Comfortable though. Let's just get ourselves. Can't even see HKRT Kevin on circuit. Let's see if we can pick him up. Oh, that was kind of pit lane for Faithless. Now, what does Kevin do? Does he stay out? Wow. Don't ask me why they're driving into the pit wall. Maybe that's the fastest entrance. Faithless, Kevin and Mocking Weeks all in the pits then. Dylan has opted to stay out. So has Obi-Wan. So has Mart. Manos stays out. Atra Moors. What's your choice? Staying out. Manny, Skippy, Pilgrim already been in. What can Dylan do then with this little bit of breathing room now? 3.5 back to Obi. Mart is another 3.4 behind him. Oh, 3.2 actually, he's making up a little bit of time. Manos another 10.8 seconds back. Kevin back out the pits. He's only taken on board half a tank of fuel, so he comes out ahead of everybody else. And he's just 1/4 second behind teammate Manos. Not that there is teams in this. His fellow countryman, should I say. Faithless out the pit, so he's taken on a little bit more fuel. He's gone for 3/4 of a tank, whereas Kevin went for half a tank, hence why he's jumped him in the pits. 2.3 seconds deficit at the minute. Atra Moors finds himself with a half a second penalty. It's getting worse and worse for him. Mocking Weeks back out the pits with the softs then, right in front of Manny on those fresh mediums. There is Skippy, loses about half a second to Manny. And there is a Pilgrim. Dylan stays out for another lap. Martin follows him through. Obi does drop himself in the pit, so he gets rid of the worn mediums, taking on board fuel. Kevin goes through. Manos goes through. Faithless Emo starting to close up on him now. So who's got the strategy right? Who has got the strategy right? Obviously they've still all got to take one more pit stop. Faithless Emo will obviously come in the pits either later than Kevin, or he can come in the pits and spend less time in there because he's got more fuel on him now. Therefore he won't have to fill up as much when he does come in. But what he'll actually be wanting to do right about now is getting himself past HKRT Manos so he can get back on the hunt. Oof, a little bit wide through there. He can get back on the hunt for HKRT Kevin. Oof. Manos jumping around on track. I think just caught Faithless Emo out then. Yeah, Kevin's starting to disappear. He's on the racing softs. Faithless Emo was on a fresh set of mediums, so it's obviously going to be a little bit quicker for Kevin. There's Mart through Parabolica. He is opting to come in the pits this lap. He doesn't smash into the wall. Dylan comes in the pits this lap as well. Kevin obviously just come in, so he can go straight through. Manos comes in. Faithless Emo released now then. Whoa. The gap is big. 6.2 seconds between Kevin and Faithless. Now, can Faithless make that work? Dylan comes out the pits with a fresh set of softs on behind him as well. Just 1.2 seconds back. Obi into 4th. Locking Weeks right behind him in 5th. Manny 6th. Skippy in 7th, Mart in 8th, Manos in 9th, Pilgrim 10th, and Atramores just finishing off, filling that car up with fuel in 11th. So Kevin still leading 6.3 seconds. He's not really managed to make that set of soft tyres work too well. Faithless has kept him in check, and if we just check the overtake function gauge in the bottom right, Faithless hasn't touched his really since he was chasing down the leaders to get that top spot. Hasn't used it since. Kevin is using it to try and pull away a little bit, but he's going to blow through that set of softs pretty quick compared to the drivers behind on the mediums. 17 laps into 31 then. I think everybody's already done a stop. Manny 6th, Mark 7th. Skippy in 8th, Mart on a fresh set of softs as well. Hopefully he can get those hooked up. Manos using all the overtake function down here. He's pretty much run out of it. Pilgrim in 10th. He's still got a full tank pretty much of that overtake function, and Atramores almost out of that boost overtake and sitting in 11th. Again, I don't think he's had the best of nights, Atra. So into the lead of the race, but he is losing time to Faithless behind. Excuse me. Still fending off a Dylan. Dylan not managed to make those soft tyres work for him just yet. He is closing up with Faithless Emo, but not quite within that slipstream range at the moment. Big gap back to Obi then, 8.6 seconds. He's got Mocking Weeks less than a second behind him. And Mocking Weeks on a reasonably decent set of soft tyres. Oh, Obi-Wan's gone for the softs as well, okay. There's a Money in 6th, 2.8 seconds behind Mocking. Mart just 1.9 seconds behind him. Still got Skippy reasonably close, 1.6 seconds back. Manos in 9th. Absolutely out of overtake function now, so it's just him and the car, no extras. Pilgrim back in the pits, blown out those softs, and he's going to go for another set of mediums, I can imagine. Maybe not. Maybe he's gone for another set of softs. So back to the lead then. That time still ticking over at 6.2 seconds. It doesn't matter what Kevin does. He can use that overtake function, he can have the grippier tyres, but Faithless Emo is finding the way here. He is, unfortunately for him, dragging a Dylan along for the ride, so Dylan now with a very good slipstream down here. He's using the overtake function as well to try and get himself past Faithless. goes into second. Faithless backs off the power really early. Doesn't want to slam into the back of Dylan. Now, can they work together? Can Dylan start hauling Kevin in, drag Faithless Emo along for the ride, and see where they all end up at the next pit window? So, less than quarter of a tank on board for Kevin. Just about quarter of a tank on board for Dylan in second. Faithless Emo sitting at half a tank. So this is what I'm saying. Although he's a little far down at the minute, he's going to spend less time in the pits when they come in for their next stop, because he's got to take on board less fuel. So he might be able to jump himself to the front of the grid, the front of the pack, if he sticks on a set of soft tyres for his second stint as well. That could put him in a good position. We will see. Mockin still fourth, being hounded by Obi-Wan now. Just taking that position off him. Obi-Wan wants that back. Oh, he's had to run a bit slow through the chicane there. Carried a bit too much speed through the second part. Allows Mockin to break away a tiny little bit. Mart in 6th. Manny 7th. 1.6 seconds behind him. Oh yeah, soft tyre versus medium tyre. Skippy's also closed that gap back up on Manny here as well. Pretty much bumper to bumper, those two, just half a second in it. Skippy will get a good toe down here. He ought to think about using the overtake. Would have had that position if he'd used the overtake. Manos in 9th, having a bit of a lonely one at the minute, so 8.4 seconds in front to Skippy. Unfortunately for him, 35 seconds back to Atramores, and he's got another 25 seconds back to this man Pilgrim, who's about to be lapped by he's already been lapped by Kevin. He's being closed up by Dylan. Is absolutely stomping that time down between himself and Kevin. Both drivers on the soft tyre, a little bit less wear on Dylan's tyres than there is on Kevin's. He's managed to pull a little bit of time from Faithless Emo here as well. He has actually lost a bit of a time to race leader. But again, might be able to make all that up when he comes in the pits. Mockin then 4th, Obi 5th, falls off the back of Mockin Weeks. Mart in 6th. Manny's not been able to bring that time down to him really. Has opened the gap back up to Skippy. Manos makes up a little bit of time on Skippy as well. 7 seconds, not 8. Atramore still 37 seconds behind him, and Pilgrim loses a bit more time. I think he's allowing faster drivers to go through. It's costing him a little bit of track position. Sitting in 11th, 30 seconds down at the minute for Pilgrim. So it was 6.2 seconds when Faithless Emo was behind. It's now 4.3 seconds now. Dylan's managed to squeeze his way past Faithless. First and second both on that soft tyre. Faithless is on the medium tyre in 3rd. Should be able to make the jump on these two when they come in the pits, which might be at the end of this lap here. Kevin certainly needs fuel. Dylan's got a little bit more on, so he might opt to do another lap. Kevin, I think, will opt to come in the pits. No, he doesn't. He stays out. Dylan stays out. Faithless stays out. Weeks stays out. Starting to show a bit of wear on those softs though. Obi-Wan looking a little bit better in terms of tyre wear. He is still losing time to Mockin Weeks then. Mart still just 3.3 seconds behind him. Manny's made up a couple of tenths on Mart. Skippy's pulled a little bit of time back as well in 8th. Manos bringing them all in here. So it was 8 seconds, then 7. Now it's pretty much 6 seconds. Moore's nearly 40 seconds behind Manos in 10th. Pilgrim still 30 seconds down in 11th. Now, Kevin needs to hope and pray he doesn't run out of fuel here. I think he should just about get round, but if he doesn't, it's going to be on the limit when he rolls into the pits. Through Parabolica then. Does he run out through here? Backs off the throttle. It is going to be literally as he rolls into the pits. Into the pit wall even. Dylan stays out, so he opts to do another lap here. Faithless Emo follows him through. Again, still got just over a quarter of a tank, Faithless. Tyres looking pretty good as well. And as stated before, he'll have to spend less time in the pits when he comes in. Mockin drops himself in the pits at this point in the race. Obi stays out. Mark stays out. Apologies. Manny comes in. Skippy comes in. Manos stays out. Atra just coming up the Ascari. 50 seconds down now, and Pilgrim still pretty much 30 seconds behind him. So Dylan now into the lead of the race. 4.3 seconds over Faithless Emo. He will be in at the end of this lap. And it's all about whatever Faithless Emo does. What does Faithless Emo do? Cupcake, evening. How you all doing? Apologies, I've got to watch one stream on this and one stream on this via my data, otherwise my house explodes. My lad's trying to stream games in the next room as well. Mrs is trying to stream films. It's yeah, I think I need more bandwidth. Chuck more mice in that router. What are you doing then, Faithless? Dylan into the pits. Faithless stays out as expected. Now, what sort of time is he going to have by the time Dylan gets released? Or, where is he? Kevin comes across the line. Will Dylan get released first? I think Kevin's going to get through. He does. So Mark second. He'll have to come in at the end of this next lap as well. He's pretty much out of fuel. Oh no! We catch Faithless Emo off track. What a disaster. Just when he should be putting down the qualifying laps. We flick over to him and find him on the gravel. What an absolute kick in the teeth for him. He's using that overtake function now. So 15 seconds ahead of Mart. Again, Mart will be in at the end of this lap, so he's no direct threat. Kevin is another 3.5 seconds behind him. Oh, I think Faithless is going to lose out in that pit stop due to that little bit of off-track action. Manos in fourth. He's almost out of fuel as well. Dylan, half a tank, fresh set of softs. He's driving to the end then. We've got 7 laps remaining. Mocking Weeks as well. Just under half a tank, fresh set of softs. Manny, half a tank, fresh set of softs. Obi, half a tank, fresh set of softs. Skippy, half a tank, fresh set of softs. Atra, same thing. Pilgrim, half a tank, worn out softs. So he might opt to come in again. Oh, what a shame for Faithless. Not in this lap. He had to. He's running out of fuel. Probably opt for... I think, yeah, you had the mediums on stint 1. Manos also in the pits this lap. So there is Faithless Emo, now 16.8 seconds ahead of HKRT Kevin. He's running to the end now. Faithless has got to drop himself in the pits. When will he opt to come in? When will he opt to come in? I would be sooner rather than later. It's a medium tyre. It's a worn medium tyre on board for him. Versus, I can only imagine he can think that Kevin's gone for a set of softs, as that's what most drivers would do in this final stint, I think. So does he opt to come in now? Does he opt to stay out? He comes in. There is Kevin up the back straight towards Parabolica. Faithless hit the pits, then tyres on, fuel going in. There is Kevin just passing the pit exit there. Faithless Emo still stuck in the pit lane. I think he's just been released now. He has. Drops into third position. Bit of work for him to do then. Just under half a tank for Faithless. Brand new, super fresh set of soft tyres. Can he make them work? 8.4 seconds behind Kevin. Kevin on that worn set of softs, semi-worn set of softs. Just a teeny bit worn set of softs. Teeny. Dylan, tyres looking good. Everybody pretty much just come in, I think. But what can Faithless do? He's still got over a quarter of a tank of that overtake function. Let's just flick to the other drivers and see what they've got. Dylan very similar in terms of that overtake use. Kevin has literally got none. So Dylan and Faithless might be able to use that to their advantage. I'm sure Dylan certainly will. To bring that time back down between himself and Kevin. Faithless got plenty of option to use that as well. Let's see where they are. They might all be on top of each other by the time they come to the checkered flag. Kevin rounds Parabolica then to end lap 26, to start lap 27 of 31. The gap down to 4.2 seconds then between himself and Dylan. Dylan been utilising that overtake function. Faithless Emo not so much. Yellow flag, who's off? None of the top boys. Who was it? There's Obi, there's Mark, pretty close to him actually, 1.2 seconds back for Mark in 6th. Mark in week 7, Skippy in 8th. Manos 9th, Atra 10th. Ah, it's Pilgrim off track. Drivers coming past him. He's just trying to get back on track without spinning that car up. Dirty tyres and plenty of brake horsepower causes these things to spin around in a circle. He's had a proper kick in. People have dropped the elbow on him tonight, really tight for Pilgrim. Okay, that time definitely coming down. 3.3 seconds between Kevin and Dylan. Again, plenty of that overtake function to use for Dylan, plenty of that overtake function to use for Faithless as well. He's keeping that gap very similar between himself and Dylan. He is still hauling time back in on Kevin as well, race leader. But they are starting to run out of time here, run out of laps. We are just starting lap 28 of 31. Manny a little bit lonely at the minute. There's Obi in 5th. He has got a Mark filling his rearview mirror. Maybe a bit of work for Mark to do to bring that down. He's still got plenty of the overtake function to use though. Let's just have a flick at Obi. He's almost out. Just keep an eye on this battle for a second or two. See if Mark can bring that time down. Go for the overtake maybe. Just 0.3 of a second as we head through Curva Grande. Closes up on Obi. Difficult place to overtake here. A little little bit late on the brakes there. Gives Obi a couple of tenths breathing room. Through Lesmo 1, down towards Lesmo 2. And then it's the chase all the way up the Ascari then. 0.6 of a second between these two. Slipstream coming into effect. But he might have to wait till the start-finish line again, Mart, to make the move on Obi. Still, the lobbies are not the best. There's a little bit more time to him as well. Mocking Weeks behind then, 3.9 seconds. Skippy another 3.1 behind him. Manos just a second back in 9th. Atramores 41 seconds down in 10th. And Pilgrim looks like he's had enough of this one. No tyres going on, no fuel going in. Just an angry airline wiggling out of his front wing. And Kevin gets a bit of a swap on coming out of the first turn. Dylan brings that time right down, 1.4 seconds between them. Faithless Emo is still just 3.2 seconds back. He does find himself with a half a second penalty though. That's going to hurt him. Mart finally past Obi. So lap 29 of 31. Can Obi get that position back off Mart? Can can Mockin close up on the pair of them? And what happens here? Does Manos get past Skippy? Just half a second between them. Onto this Ascari straight now. Pushing. 0.6 of a second. Not closing up as much as he'd like here, Manos. Still within slipstream, but 0.6 of a second, that's a fair old amount of time to try and make up down this straight. It is coming down, but not enough before they hit the first chicane. Dirty, disgusted lobbies. Atramores in 10th then. Pilgrim still sitting this one out. Kevin first. Just about to finish the penultimate lap here. Dylan 1.6 seconds behind him. Faithless, penalty loss now. 3.2 seconds down. He's used all of his overtake function now. Dylan's used all of his now. Kevin's used all of his. So it's just a race to the finish. Who's got the metal? Can Dylan bring that time back down? Faithless third. Manny fourth. Mart in 5th, still got Obi-Wan tucked behind him in 6th. 7th for Mocking Weeks. I don't think he's going to close the gap up on those two. Skippy in 8th, still being hounded by Manos. .3 of a second. Dirty lobbies. Okay, just quarter of a second in it between these two. No overtake function for Manos. It's all about the slipstream. Closes up. Skippy puts his car right in the middle of the circuit. Manos has a look up the inside. Who knows? I don't think either of them know where they are on track. Not with that kind of glitching. That's disgusting. Atra 43 seconds down in 10th. Pilgrim still sitting this one out. This is it. One more corner to go for Kevin. He's well out of slipstream range for Dylan. Been a great race between these three for sure. Kevin round Parabolica then. Dylan following him through, Faithless as well, but it is going to be Kevin that takes the win here tonight. Dylan comes home to take second, Faithless Emo takes third, Manny a long way down actually, 24 seconds back. Again, strategy playing its part all over the place here. As he stabs it down towards the line then, Manny, 4th place for him. Mart is going to take 5th place. Obi-Wan not able to close that gap up and retake that position, so comes home in 6th. Mocking Weeks takes a 7th position. Skippy takes 8th by the skin of his teeth as Manos chases him across the line for 9th. Atramores coming up the Ascari now. I think we're going to see Pilgrim finish this race off in the pits. Then just Parabolica left for him to go. He's got fastest lap. There you go, Faithless. There you go. Dukes, evening. Yeah, I thought that, Faithless. You should have come in earlier as well. Should have come in when they came in. Atramores across the line then, and yeah, Pilgrim's already dipped out of this one, so that is that. But great bit of racing between Kevin, Faithless and Dylan. All 3 of them having a little go at the front there for a while, and all 3 of them pretty much neck and neck for the entirety of that race. So top job, gentlemen, top job. That's the kind of driving we want to see. A little bit chaotic into turn 1. It's to be expected. Lobbies aren't great, the glitching's disgusting, and yeah, everybody's obviously aiming to get as good as they possibly can and up the field as far as they can in that first turn. It doesn't always work out too well. But there it is, not too bad in the end. Monza done and dusted, round 4 out of the way. So we're back on Friday night at 9 o'clock for the next round of the GTTCC. That's GR4 class cars, 2 races for half an hour, and then we jumped into Saturday night at 8 o'clock for Just for Fun Driving Club at the Nordschleife. Not the previous name that it was called on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock, because the 2 have separated. Alright, nothing to do with me, I don't think. Could be my fault. But it's no longer what it used to be called. It's now Just for Fun Driving Club. Alright, Saturday nights at Nordschleife. And then back same time, same place next week, 9 o'clock for round 5 of the Super Formulas with the P1 boys. Come and check it out. But that's going to be it for me tonight, people. I hope you like what you watched. If you have, click all the buttons, do all the things, but most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.